All right. If you're a hockey fan and you haven't heard the news, well, honestly, I'm pretty sure every hockey fan has heard the news. The Arizona Coyotes are officially moving to Salt Lake City next year. It's been confirmed today, and I just want to get my thoughts on it. What do I think? Here's what I think before I get into details. That's what I think, honestly. So yeah, good riddance to the Coyotes. I remember saying in previous videos that I won't shed a tear if the Coyotes ever leave, and newsflash, I haven't. I'm like, thank God. They've been a disaster since 1996. Fucking old Jets moved there because weak Canadian dollar, and that's bullshit, which is a dumb reason in my opinion. But yeah, like who cares if the Canadian dollar was weak? I'll get into that later on. But yeah, fucking stupid that they moved to fucking desert, a fucking hockey city to a fucking desert. Like, good lord. But yeah, and what I think of the move to Salt Lake City, I'm okay with it. I'm sure Salt Lake City would be a good hockey market, like for the NHL. I bet they'll make more money than the Coyotes ever did in their entire existence. But yeah, there's a part of me that will miss the Coyotes. There will be, but for the most part, good riddance. But the only thing I will feel bad for is the Coyotes fans. Yeah, I do feel terrible for some of their fans. Though, no one should ever witness their fan losing a team to another city. But yeah, but hey, now they know what Winnipeg felt like in 1996. So yeah, but still I feel bad though. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think it's just good riddance. They should have left a long time ago. I think in the past they almost moved a few times. Like I think in the mid-late 2000s they almost moved to either Hamilton or Seattle. That's what I heard. Seattle got a team now, which is good, but I think Hamilton should get a team though. But yeah, I heard Hamilton almost got a team a few times. I heard Nashville, Pittsburgh, and Arizona that at the time. But yeah, I heard Toronto denied it, which is stupid. Fucking greedy ass scumbags. But I'll get to that later on. So yeah, that's hey, goodbye. That's why I think of the Coyotes moving when I heard the news. For me, for the most part, you won't be missed, but there's a couple percent of me that will miss you. So yeah. Now since the Coyotes are moving to Utah, I think the Jets should get their 1.0 history back. I think it's stupid that our history is associated with Atlanta and that shit. Ilya Kovalchuk never played one game in a Jets uniform in Winnipeg. Same franchise. I don't give a fuck. I hate when people bring that argument up, honestly. We honor Howard-Chuck and Solane. They're Winnipeg legends, not Ilya fucking Kovalchuk. Solane and Howard-Chuck never played a game in Arizona. I don't think they wanted to be associated with them, honestly. I don't blame them. We have a Dale Howard-Chuck statue in downtown Winnipeg. Where's one in Arizona? Oh, right. So yeah. I don't know really what else to say, but just farewell, Coyotes. You won't be missed for the most part, but yeah, I feel for you, Coyotes fans. I really do. I feel terrible for you. No one should ever have to go through that. But at the same time, we all knew this day was coming. So yeah. Now, since the Coyotes are another relocation team, that was the first relocation team in the NHL since 2011, and we all know what happened. Atlanta moved to Winnipeg. So yeah, that was good. And I heard they're thinking about giving another team in Atlanta, which I think is retarded. Atlanta is 0 for 2. In the 70s, the Atlanta Flames moved to Calgary. Atlanta Thrashers moved to Winnipeg like 10 years later, or 11 years in their entire existence. So yeah. So I don't know why they're thinking of Atlanta again. That's the definition of insanity right there. Trying something again when it doesn't work for the first time, second time, that's insanity. Like fucking Batman. Like, fuck. You know, but yeah. And people are gonna bring up Winnipeg's empty seats. This is a fact, not an excuse. That's what happens in your, you know, when the economy is shit. It's not a what do you call it? A fib or whatever. It's a fact, not an excuse. Sorry about that. It is a fact. You know? Yeah, Jets ain't going anywhere. So they're not. Even if they are, you're fucked in the head. Because even the Jets still make more money than most Sunbelt teams. So yeah. And what do I think the NHL should go to? Quebec City, Hartford, and Hamilton should get teams next. I don't know why the fuck Quebec City doesn't have a team again. Like, they lost their team in 1996 to Colorado. They won 3 cups since. And first one was right after they moved, which I felt was a kick in the gut to Quebec fans, you know? You know, that, and same with the Hurricanes. They should have never left Hartford either. We should still have the Hartford Whalers today over the Hurricanes. I'll trade Carolina for Hartford any day of the week. Same with Colorado and Quebec, honestly. Minnesota has a team again, but I like North Stars more than Wild. You know, Colorado should have been an expansion team. To hell with Carolina and Dallas. But Dallas is a fine market, I'd say. I don't know. Carolina is mixed. You know, they only show up when they're winning, I noticed that. But yeah. Yeah, it pisses me off that Quebec City doesn't have a team yet. Yet Vegas, Seattle, and Utah's getting one. Which is, I don't mind Utah. I like Seattle having a team. Not a big fan of Las Vegas. And Utah's I'm okay with. But over Quebec is fucking joke. Like, it's stupid. You can bring up the weak Canadian dollar all you want. It doesn't matter. More teams in Canada would be good for the NHL. I don't care what anyone says. Bettman can deny it all he wants, but like, even a team in Regina or St. John's will make more money than Arizona or all the Sunbelt teams combined. Well, maybe except like LA or Nashville or whatever. But yeah. It's kind of true, though. It is. So, I'm not a fan of Atlanta, and I'm not a fan of Houston either, honestly. I don't care if they're the 4th largest city in the U.S. Just because it's a large city doesn't mean it's a great, market for a certain sport, Even I heard John Scott say that one time on his podcast. My dad listens to that on Spotify. He told me that John Scott said Houston is not a good market for hockey. That's what he said, and I believe that. But yeah. So the next cities should be Quebec City, Hamilton, and Hartford. I don't care what anyone says. Milwaukee wouldn't be a bad place. I don't know. I think it's too close to Minnesota and Chicago territory, I feel like. But yeah. I don't give a fuck. I think it's retarded that they're thinking of putting Atlanta over Quebec City. Like, Quebec City never got a second chance. And yet, Atlanta, which that city barely gave a shit about hockey in the first place, yet they're getting a third chance. Fuck you, NHL. You guys are fucking retards. But yeah. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Coyotes, farewell. Welcome to the city. Welcome to the NHL Salt Lake City. We're looking forward to having you here. Yeah. Hopefully I can see a Jets Salt Lake City team soon. Maybe. But yeah. Now I do heard the NHL might expand a few more cities. At this rate, I'm okay with it. But make sure Quebec City is one of them. It better be. And it better be the Nordiques. Make the Avalanche give them their history back too, if that's the case. And their uniforms. All that shit. And and since the Coyotes are moving, give Winnipeg our history back. We don't want to be associated with Atlanta. Dale Hawerchuk is the best Winnipeg Jet of all time, not Ilya Kovalchuk. The best Arizona Coyote of all time since 1996 is Shane Doan, not Dale Hawerchuk or Teemu Selanne. I bet most people in Arizona don't even know who the hell Dale Hawerchuk or Teemu Selanne are. But enough with that. Just want to get this video out, and yeah. I'm not sad the Coyotes are leaving. If there's a couple teams that should move, I say Florida and Carolina should move next. Yeah, I don't care if they're good now. Like, there's no need for 2 teams in Florida, honestly. And Carolina, I don't know. They've always had empty seats, too, but now that they're good, they started filling up like 95%, so I won't shed a tear if those teams go either, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I feel for you Coyotes fans. I'm really sorry.